It's Thursday, June 6. In the headlines, motorists invited to share concerns about traffic laws. In business news, Jamaica Stock Exchange suspends trading of shares of 2 listed companies. Regionally, Caribbean Studies Association celebrates 50th anniversary. And in sports, national stadium lights deemed inadequate by CONCACAF. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. Motorists who have encountered major issues with the enforcement of the Road Traffic Act RTA are being urged to bring them to the government's attention so that they can be addressed before the review of the legislation is completed at the end of June. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz voiced the invitation while making his contribution to the 2024-2025 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. Minister Vaz says several concerns that have been raised as it relates to some of the anomalies in the Act are a part of the review being carried out.
This is still a work in progress. My ministry has engaged the services of a legal reform consultant to assist with the review of the RTA and has set itself the end of this month, June, to complete the examination and consultation with key stakeholders.
Despite the ongoing review of the new road traffic regulations, Minister Vaz says the road rules must be adhered to.
It is important to point out that the rule of law on our roads must be adhered to, and there will be no watering down of this legislation.
He says road users are invited to formally share their concerns.
So I'm making an appeal to all those motorists who post things on social media about situations that they have had with tickets that they have got that they don't feel is fair and just, to reach out to the ministry, reach out to me, put your position forward and what you are recommending, and of course we will look at it with a view of how we can look at it.
Turning to the Transport Authority, the minister noted that the entity has recruited 50 additional inspectors and collaborated with the Jamaica Constabulary Force under its Operation Streamline program to ensure adherence to transportation laws. As June marks Road Safety Month, there's a push for increased public education to enhance pedestrian safety across the nation's roads. Deidre Hudson Sinclair, director of the Ministry of Transport's Road Safety Unit, emphasized the importance of such education in curbing pedestrian accidents. More in this report.
During an interview on Wednesday, Deidre Hudson Sinclair, director of the Ministry of Transport's Road Safety Unit, highlighted that pedestrians comprise 20% of road fatalities. Additionally, she emphasized the significance of pedestrian-friendly infrastructure, such as increased crossings and traffic barriers in bolstering road safety efforts.
The ITA has developed a national pedestrian guideline to really help not only pedestrians but motorists navigate that space. And it speaks to more awareness that we have to get out there to the general public to talk about pedestrian safety. Because the truth is, facilities for pedestrians are few and far between. And because it's few and far between, whatever convenience, whatever is convenient to them, they take that opportunity, and sometimes those opportunities cost and convenience kills. And trying to make sure
we should have more pedestrian crossings. Is that what you're trying?
Oh, definitely. We should have more pedestrian safe spaces that allows them to cross and barriers from the traffic.
Concerns were also raised about motorcyclists continuing to neglect wearing the necessary protective gear by Dante Matthews, Education and Information Officer at the Island Traffic Authority.
So we're talking about driving the motorcycle without an approved helmet, driving in shorts, driving in slippers, doing stunts on the roadway, overtaking improperly or lane splitting. We have a culture of increased culture of motorcycle fatalities in Western Jamaica. So we're talking about Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Hanover. And when you go down that side, you realize that some of them are driving illegally, driving unsafely, and also just driving in a manner where you have to wonder, do these people actually, love their life?
Mr. Matthews said that the Island Traffic Authority is intensifying its public education campaign to sensitize motorcyclists. For the news on PBCJ, I'm Danita Rodney.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security will be hosting a productivity summit aimed at stimulating conversations about the changes in the job market. The summit will happen between June 19 and June 21. Minister of Labour and Social Security Pernell Charles Jr. shared the information at a post-sectoral debate media brief.
And we have to prepare the country. We have to ready Jamaica to be aware of the dynamic changes taking place and to be prepared to grasp the opportunities as we look on the challenges.
Minister Charles Jr. says the Future of Work Summit will be hybrid. He says an extensive social media campaign will be launched to support work undertaken in relation to this engagement.
Is a strategic push towards education, skill development and economic transformation, leveraging digital upskilling and AI for growth.
According to Minister Charles Jr., Jamaica should engage in discussions about productivity.
So that every child, everyone working in the private sector, in the public sector, will understand that for Jamaica to grow, it will have to be more than just discussions on the economic stability. It has to move beyond simply the investments being made in the hotel industry. It must involve a conversation around productivity. That is where we will be able to achieve sustainable growth.
The Meteorological Service has discontinued the flash flood warning for all parishes. According to a release from the Met Service, satellite imagery and rainfall data indicate that only periods of light showers occurred across the island today, June 6. The forecast is for isolated afternoon showers and thunderstorms across most parishes during the afternoon over the next few days. The Meteorological Service will continue to monitor the situation. Time now for the business report. The Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE, has suspended the trading of shares of two listed companies after failing to file their audited financial statements for 2023. They are Equity Line Mortgage Investment Corporation's preferred shares listed on the JSE main market and junior market firm Edufocal Limited, which trades as Learn. Effective Tuesday, June 4, trading in the shares of both companies have been suspended. The Canadian stock market is now open to Jamaicans who can open a trading account from their broker in Jamaica and earn passive income in the form of Canadian dollars dividends sent to their account. Denise Williams sat down with Dr. Marlene Street Forest, Managing Director of the Jamaica Stock Exchange, to learn more.
So a little birdie says that you can invest in Canada. You're not limited to this jurisdiction. We wanted to find out more, so we'll go into the source. So Doc, is that birdie correct? Is there an opportunity to invest in a stock market outside of Jamaica?
Definitely. The Jamaica Central Securities Depository has a portal called a Direct Market Access. And what it does, it allows brokers to offer securities that are on other markets to their clients. As you have indicated, currently it is Canada. So we are able to connect with the Canadian stock exchanges, and investors are able to say to their brokers, this is what I want to invest in. Those are securities, though, that are traded on exchanges in Canada for now.
Is it possible then for me to get passive income in terms of dividends from Canada while being here?
Most definitely. It operates just like Jamaica Stock Exchange. So if you have invested in a company that is listed on a Canadian stock exchange, CSE or Toronto Stock Exchange, etc., you're able, when that company offers dividend, you're able to get that dividend repatriated to Jamaica in terms of whatever is the value of that investment.
All right, so it is possible that at the same broker, I could have a Jamaican dollar Jamaica Stock Exchange account, a Canadian dollar direct market access account. That's possible.
That is possible.
Today, right now.
Right as we speak.
So this is not something that's soon to come.
No. It is right here. So you are able to diversify your investment into Jamaican dollar investment in other jurisdictions.
Absolutely fantastic. So there you have it. Another way to earn some passive income in a different currency, regulated, properly transparent through the Jamaica Central Security Depository, which is a subsidiary of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. During trading for the period June 5, 2024, the following companies represent the top most active stocks that investors bought and sold on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The Limners and Bards Limited with 4,300,659 units, amounting to 23.39% of the market volume in terms of sales for the day. Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited with 3,432,813 units, amounted to 18.67% of the market volume of sales for the day. Future Energy Source Company Limited ordinary shares with 1,924,178 units, amounted to 10.47% of the market value in terms of sales for the day. Over on the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange, trading on June 5, 2024, registered a volume of 82,230 shares, crossing the floor of the exchange valued at 2,125,118 Trinidad and Tobago dollars and 39 cents. Massey Holdings Limited was the volume leader with 23,491 shares changing hands for a value of 94,733 Trinidad and Tobago dollars and 82 cents, followed by Republic Financial Holdings Limited with a volume of 13,919 shares being traded for 1,590,893 Trinidad and Tobago dollars and 29 cents. Moving from the money moves of investors, executives, and companies, we turn to the Forex market. On June 5, 2024, the Bank of Jamaica reported that US $63.2 million was bought from Forex traders, while US $72.6 million was sold to Forex traders. Buying directly from the Bank of Jamaica, foreign currency traders sold the US dollar for $156.36 and bought the US dollar for $155. The difference between the buy and sell rate was $1.36, which represents a profit for Forex traders for every US dollar traded. Canadian Forex traders earned a trading profit of $2.47 from transactions with the Bank of Jamaica. The Canadian dollar was sold for $116.01 and bought for $113.54. For traders looking at the British pound, they pocketed a profit of $6.03, selling it for $198.42 and buying it for $192.39. For the credit report tip of the day, let us continue to look at the powerful technique of credit stacking. And credit stacking involves applying for multiple lines of credit within a short period to maximize your available credit. That said, you must manage your credit wisely. Monitor your credit regularly. Keep an eye on your credit report and your credit score. Stay disciplined, use your credit responsibly, and avoid unnecessary debt. Pay on time. This cannot be stressed enough. Timely payments are crucial. Join us tomorrow for more credit stacking techniques. And with that, we wrap up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams. Appreciate your company. Stay well informed. Stay ahead of the curve. Until our next update, take care.
In regional news, voluntary organization, the Caribbean Studies Association, celebrates its 50th anniversary in 2024. The association is hosting its 48th annual conference in St. Lucia from June 3 to June 7 under the theme CSA at 50, Caribbean Development Sustainability, the Convergence of Technology, People, Planet, Peace, Prosperity, and Partnerships. More from GBN News.
President of the Caribbean Studies Association, CSA, Okama Brooke, has recognized the need for countries and leaders to explore tools to gauge the success and viability of programs. Brooke spoke at the opening ceremony of the CSA's 45th annual conference on Monday. She revealed that members are interested in partnering with other agencies to sustain meaningful research to better lives.
With the knowledge and the bodies that we have, Caribbeanists scattered around the world, educated in our spaces, but we go out to the world. When I ask myself, how can we bring that home and help the common person to have a meaningful livelihood and pass that on? I ask myself, and as I turned 50 last year, now you know how old I am. As I turned 50 last year, and I accepted the presidency of the association, I made a commitment to only engage intentionally in things that are going to bring achievements to our spaces.
CSA collaborated with the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College to host its 45th annual conference. Chair of the Board of Governors, Cletus Springer, says the institution is working to improve individuals' understanding of themselves and emerging challenges.
Given the unrelenting, furious pace at which our world is moving, it is imperative that we pause from time to time for internal reflection through conferences like these. Without sustained, meaningful, and targeted research, our country and our region would wither and die, and we would be relying ever more on external analyses of our problems by people who know very little about us. I have no doubt whatsoever, I have never been in any doubt, that we have the intellectual power to solve our own problems and to build a better Caribbean.
Barbadians and other business people from across the CARICOM region are being urged to attend the 3rd Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. The plea from Acting Chief Operating Officer of Afrexim Bank, Okechukwu Irajrika, who says there needs to be more buy-in from people in Barbados and the wider region.
What we are now bringing is those policy and decision makers from those countries, those business institutions and entities, we're bringing them all in the same venue to get people from the region to have access to them. So it's a once in a long time opportunity. I don't want to say lifetime, I say a long time, because it's going to take time for us to be able to have that assemblage of the critical players within the region. We need also the Caribbean, we need Barbados also to be present. We need people to tell others what they can do and what they are doing, okay, what products they have on offer. Africa brings with it over 1.2 billion people market, so that's massive. If you're a small-scale producer in Barbados and you have access to that huge size of market, I mean, you can go to the bank and rest. So that's basically the value proposition is enormous, so we need to key into it and take advantage of it.
Grenada Distillers Limited unveiled an addition to its collection with the launch of the new CARICOM 50th Anniversary Rum Blend at an official ceremony on Wednesday.
The rum, crafted to honor CARICOM's achievement over the past 5 decades, featured a special selected blend of Grenada Distillers Limited's 12-year-old number 37 rum, renowned as a collector's edition. The packaging is designed to pay homage to the Caribbean community and its enduring legacy. CARICOM is currently celebrating its 50th anniversary under the theme 50 Years Strong, a Solid Foundation to Build On. The festivity, which began in 2023 and continued in 2024, encompassed a range of activities across member states to highlight the region's progress and unity. Simon Green, the general manager of Grenada Distillers Limited, emphasized the significance of this launch, noting that the special blend symbolizes the company's commitment to excellence and mastery developed over the years, while also reflecting the rich history of the region.
The rums that we produce here at this distillery has been one of the best ambassadors of our culture and of our people's heritage throughout the world. And when we decided to create this expression this morning, and we searched and we realized that for this auspicious occasion we cannot do anything less than excellence, and we decided that recrafting and representing our most prestigious premium blend, the number 37, would be a fitting tribute to honor the Golden Jubilee of CARICOM.
Green announced that 500 commemorative bottles of the anniversary blend will be presented to CARICOM during the CARICOM Heads of Government Summit later this year in Grenada, with additional bottles available for purchase in local markets.
We are going to be handing over about 500 bottles to CARICOM, to the various heads of state, as part of our gift to CARICOM. And the balance of what's remaining is not a very large volume we made actually, will be available at Nick's Barrel House and some selected outlets for sale to the public, especially the collector public who would like to have one of those as a collector's item. We have not put a price on it yet, but it will be very much similar to the existing price of the number 37.
Garth Walters, CARICOM Desk Officer at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, praised the gesture as a significant contribution to CARICOM's milestone celebration, recognizing the enduring partnership and shared history among member states.
In sports, we kick off with football as the Reggae Boys opening game in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers against the Dominican Republic at the National Stadium in Jamaica, which is set for 6:30 p.m. today, June 6th, has now been brought forward by 3 hours. This after the regional governing body, CONCACAF, ruled that the lighting at the National Stadium did not meet international standards, up from last Friday when the final inspection was done. According to CONCACAF, the National Stadium is unfit to host international matches after dark. Major Desmond Brown, the general manager of Independence Park Limited, which manages the National Stadium, says it would take US $4.5 million to US $5 million to install a new lighting system at the National Stadium. Over now to cricket, as India blew away Ireland at the start of their ICC Men's T20 World Cup campaign this week. Jack Matthew reports.
A trio of fast bowlers routed the Irish for 96 in the Group A fixture in New York, and India coasted home at 97 for 2 in 12.2 overs. Hardik Pandya led the destruction with 3 for 27 in his quota of 4 overs as wickets tumbled at regular intervals. Strong support came from Jasprit Bumrah, who claimed a 2 for 6 in 3, and Arshdeep Singh, who captured 2 for 35 in his allotment. It was Ireland's second lowest total in the history of the T20 World Cup. It only bettered their score of 68 against West Indies in Guyana in 2010. In India's reply, Captain Rohit Sharma hit 52 before retiring, and Rishabh Pant was unbeaten on 36. The victors joined the United States on 2 points. The next battle on June 24th will be a big one against Pakistan, who will launch their quest against the US on Thursday. Jack Matthew, ABS Sports.
Staying with cricket, the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad and Tobago is fully prepared and ready for the start of the Trinidad leg of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, which will begin on Wednesday, June 12.
The Brian Lara Cricket Academy looks quite the picture as TNT counts down the days to the start of this country's leg of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. The outfield looks in pristine condition and has undergone a series of improvement works, especially with its drainage. Representing the Urban Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, Stadium's facility manager, Shivanand Ramuta, says they are fully prepared.
We are completely ready for this World Cup. A lot of preparation work has been done here to meet the ICC requirements. We are fully prepared. We got our clearance already from ICC. The pitch is already. Well, part of the refurbishment work was that improved drainage, right? So you'll see around the facility right now, we redid the gravel ring, we redid the piping. So yes, we are ready. I could say that we could probably go as far as we could restart cricket in about 20-30 minutes. Right? We are ready for this.
There were also some additions to the media center with accommodations now for over 100 journalists expected from different parts of the world. The dressing rooms have also received a facelift and can now be classed with many top stadiums in the world. The first game of the local leg will see the gigantic clash between the West Indies and New Zealand next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time.
And that's it for the news on PBCJ. You can follow us on our social media platforms at PBCJamaica. Thanks so much for watching.